and be honest about taking care of this thing. Why should even federal government be involved in funding primary education? Why should it be? So, Mr. President, sir, this report, I believe if we should follow it up, take all the inputs that a lot of senators have made here and challenge ourselves to seeing that this works. Because if you don't give that foundation, if you don't give that basic foundation, our educational system will be rubbished.
The crisis facing our educational system is at the core of insecurity, is at the core of leadership failure, is at the core of a lot of issues affecting the development of this country. And one of the most important contributions this Senate can make in our national development efforts is to ensure that we get to the root of this.
The rule about the universal basic education is that the government will provide certain part of the fund, while the state government will complement. But we have billions of naira lying fallow at the universal basic education, with the state unable to come up with their own counterpart funding to address all these menace we have under the out-of-school children. They cannot come up with the fund. And the federal government every year, because universal basic education in the budgetary allocation is on a first-line charge. It's a first-line charge item. So the federal government is providing their fund, but the subnationals are not coming up with their own counterpart funding, which is a problem.
In his remarks after the adoption of the report, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, stated his concerns over the disturbing cases of out-of-school children in the country.
So that we know, because this is clearly the future of Nigeria. And I pray that through the National Summit, the resolutions will be implemented, issues will be well highlighted, and then all efforts will be made to bring this menace to an end so that our children can have a better future and not an adulthood in banditry, an adulthood in Boko Haram, an adulthood in fraud.
The date for the National Stakeholders Summit has not yet been fixed. The House of Representatives has passed for second reading a bill for an act to repeal National Honors Act 2004 and the Nigerian National Merit Award Act 2004 and to enact the Nigerian National Honors and Merit Award Commission. The bill, which was co-sponsored by the House Speaker, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, and Honorable Babajimi Benson, member representing Ikorodu Federal Constituency of Lagos State, is to provide for the establishment of a commission to regulate matters related to National Honors and Merit Award in Nigeria and for other related matters. In his argument while presenting the bill at plenary, Honorable Benson explained that the amendment is to make the award more merit-based.
Amendment we're trying to do is provided in only 7 sections. If this is passed, we hope and pray that there will be more competence in choosing people, well-deserving Nigerians, to be given national awards.
Also at plenary today, the House has urged the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation to activate the process of resumption of work at the site of the Agbado Isoye water scheme. It further mandated the Committee on Water Resources to investigate the cause of the abandonment of the Agbado Isoye water scheme. These resolutions are sequel to the adoption of a motion raised at plenary by Honorable Isiaka Ibrahim, member representing Ifo, Ewekoro, Ogun State.
The high rate of abandoned federal government projects, despite the huge investment, especially on this very project at Agbado Isoye water scheme, therefore achieving no result till date.
The Speaker, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, in his ruling, mandated the Committees on Water Resources and Appropriations to make provisions for the completion of the outstanding components of the Agbado Isoye water scheme project. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Nelfund Akintoye Sawyer has debunked insinuations that the Nigerian Education Loan Scheme is discriminatory. He said this on Wednesday during a meeting with the House of Representatives Committee on Student Loans, Scholarships and Higher Education Financing at the National Assembly Complex on Wednesday. Sawyer emphasized that the scheme is inclusive and captured every Nigerian, regardless of location or background, including the Southeast, who feel left behind.
This administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has introduced many brilliant policies, and the Student Loan Initiative is one that hits closest to home. It is reaching every corner of the nation, east, west, north, and south. This policy is not discriminatory. It is inclusive, ensuring that every Nigerian, regardless of location or background, has access to the education they deserve. These policies have shaped Nigeria's development, and the Student Loan Initiative is equally progressive, representing an investment in the nation's future.
Earlier, the chairman of the committee